All right, I want to show you guys our stove system. It's actually pretty cool. It's bomb-proof. I'm not going to be needing it all for this trip, particularly before how we're making boil in a bag for most of our meals in this. And that's where we pre-make the meals, put them into two-person servings, seal them into bags, freeze it solid into a cooler, and then like every evening, because we're going to do long days on these rivers, that we'll pull out, 2-3 bags when somebody's ready to eat, and we'll just boil water and you stick it in there. Let it thaw, heat up. It's already cooked. Pull it out, dump it on a plate, eat it, done. Saves a lot of time with cleanup and stuff when you got 15 people. Lunches are kind of a charcuterie kind of things. We got a couple of cutting boards and trays that we put out at lunchtime on the river somewhere on a beach. And we just kind of lay everything out, meats and cheeses, crackers, sauces, good stuff, good stuff. A lot of energy burns, so high calorie, good food, So the stove system itself is kind of set up for feeding 12 to 15, 16 people on big trips. So here, I'll show you what it is here. So we're using a 20-pounder propane bottle. Sits in a milk crate that goes into the boats. Gets rid of most of the sharp edges. It's plumbed to a flash burner. This thing's pretty sweet. Let's see if we can fire it up here. Make sure it all works. And we can have this thing just blowtorching, or we can put this little tab in here. We can calm it down a little bit into more of a simmer. But as the blowtorch, we turn this sucker up. It's kind of like, a man's jet boil. You need to boil a massive pot of water right away. That's how you do it. So you're doing boil in the bag meals. Heating up with that real quick is a really good way to go. So our other system here, which is plumbed to the same propane tank, is a Cook Partner. Partner Steel Company makes these. I think they're down in they're in Idaho somewhere. Fantastic stoves, very industrial-like. This one here is a 4-burner system. They're very simple, well-made. This actually splits apart into 2 different stoves, so I'm only going to take 1/2 of this for the trip. But, use this torch to light it here. This is the half that I'm going to bring. So that all works really good. And yeah, we just pop this thing over. And it's got some little flaps on the bottom here, these little brackets. If I can get them to go. And like that. And then it basically splits apart into 2 pieces. So I'm only going to take 1/2 of this because it's 15 people and we're doing boil in a bag. So we're not using a big griddle. We're not cooking breakfasts and all kinds of stuff, or big dinners. Some trips we do. Usually smaller groups will take more kitchen gear and cook more elaborate meals, big home cooked meals, But this one, boil in a bag, lots of people. So charcuterie, laying out lunch, boil in a bag for dinner, and then breakfasts are kind of to ourselves. So everybody's got a different thing, But yeah. See if I can get it packed up. I should say too, this entire system packs into one 1600 Pelly case. So kind of crush proof, waterproof. Literally can throw it in a boat, stand on it, doesn't get wet, doesn't leak. It's a really tough system. When you're doing these big trips, especially you're doing way out, like the ones we're doing up in the Yukon, Alaska later in August, it's in and out of a boat for 16 days, 14 to 16 days. So the gear's got to work. It's got to work. It's got to be dry. It's got to work. So yeah, that's the stove system.